Have you ever heard the saying that God is made perfect in our weakness? I didn't know what that meant. I had to Google it because I kept on thinking, so does that mean that when I am weak, God gets powerful? Does he get more power because I am weak? Like, I really didn't know. And if you're new here, I want you to know that I'm a new Christian. You know, I'm a new believer. I just started reading my Bible a couple of months ago, and I just started going to church. So my strong connection with God happened before I even started going to church. You know, I didn't know who Jesus was. I didn't know who God was. I didn't know, you know, I knew they existed. I kind of grew up, you know, hearing about it, but I couldn't say the word Jesus out of my mouth because I didn't know who he was. I just didn't understand. So, anyways, I didn't know what that meant. And I was like, okay, so what does it mean? And so I looked it up, and it says that it magnifies his strength and it teaches us humility. It transforms struggles into testimonies, and it strengthens our faith. And what it means by that, it means that we recognize that we are weak and he is strong, that we can't do anything about our situation. So that makes him strong, so that he can step in and take over. And then I was like, oh, now it makes sense, right? So what means is that when you have a moment that you feel too weak, you know, when you have a moment that you're going through something that you can't anymore, that's exactly it. When you feel like you can't anymore and you keep on carrying that struggle with you, you keep on carrying that weight with you because you know that you can't anymore, but you're not unloading your problems to anyone else. You're still carrying them. Even though you know you can't anymore, you still have them on you and you're not doing anything about it. So what you need to do is, when you know you can't anymore, you give it to God. I always say this, give it to God. And it sounds like, oh, give it to God. Like, how do I give it to God? It's just as simple as just praying. You know, you just kneel down and you say, Lord, I can't anymore because I'm weak. I can't walk anymore. Can you please carry me? That's all you have to do. You know, just literally give it to him and acknowledge that you are weak, that you can't do this on your own. Because when we are prideful and when we say, no, I got this, and you actually don't got this, God will not step in because you're not letting him in. He's a God of love, you know. He's not gonna force anything upon you. He's not gonna force himself upon you. He's just watching you. And if you say, hey, Lord God, Father, Dad, you know, I need help, he will step in. That's when he steps in. And that's what it means, that in your weakness, he is strong. That's what it means. And it's from 2 Corinthians 12:9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Do you understand what that means? That if I say, yes, I am weak and God will come and rescue me, I will say I am weak all day. I will say I am weak every day, you know, right? Why wouldn't we? So let's stop being prideful. Let's stop saying, I've got this, like I can control this, because no, we are not in control. You know, God is the ultimate game player. He's on top of the game. He is up there controlling what we do and telling us and guiding us. It's up to us to listen. It's up to us to be the vessel, to receive and to give. It's up to us. So what are you going to decide? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's going to be your pick for today? If you're having a hard day, what are you going to do about it? Okay? I love you guys.